Sat Shri Akal, you all are watching me at Punjab Kesari Navade Times. I'm Namita Suchdev with you, and please allow me to introduce you to the stunningly gorgeous and exceptionally talented Chitrangada Singh, whose mesmerized presence on screen is matched only by her natural grace and her effortless charm, I would say. Yes, we have with us the very beautiful and ever gorgeous Chitrangada. Chitrangada, welcome to Punjab Kesari Navade Times. How are you?
Thank you. Such an amazing introduction. Amazing. And usually, pata hai kya fake lagta hai, but you sounded like you really meant it. So thank you. I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
Because when it comes to you now, you are having a different class whenever you're on screen, the captivating screen presence that nobody else could ever think of beating up. So,
oh God, nahi, Baba. No. Thank you so much that you feel like that. But ऐसा मुझे लगता नहीं है. But too many of them.
You are being modest and kind to all of us, no?
No, I genuinely think there's just too many people who are too graceful on screen. We are just like, yeah.
Chitrangada, if I see your graph of acting, we have seen you evolving as an actor, and you are wearing so many hats. As a model, you have started, then you became an actress, then music videos, independent films, unconventional subjects, and now you're becoming a fashion designer also. I mean, oh my.
Yeah. Trying that, yes. मतलब it's a bit of a try. I wanted to try और इससे मुझे एक chance मिल गई जहाँ पर True Browns is the name of the brand जिनके साथ मैंने co-create किया है. So बहुत ही similar ideology थी. एक Indian modern Indian woman क्या पहनेगी, how Indian she wants to remain, what are the colors she would like to, so that we don't end up using the usual black, white, browns जो एक बहुत ही Western idea है of dressing up. So Indian colors, but still remain sensual, but not in your face. It's workspace, but have a style element to it. So it was very interesting how we had to keep it all, मतलब minimal भी रखना था, but एक style element भी होना था. So that you can make a certain statement with who you are. The strength to it. So even the silhouettes have a certain, जैसे वो clean है, तो वो थोड़ी सी strong. There's no clutter. There is no trying hard to look pretty. So I mean, the whole sort of my ideology of what I think a woman should look like, going to work every day, morning to evening kind, was very similar to what she thought. So yeah, I jumped at it. I said I would love to. So yeah.
Just like so beautiful and gorgeous Chitrangada is, है ना?
Oh. Thank you.
अगर मैं लड़का होती तो आपको प्रपोज कर देती.
Well, then we would have gone on a date.
Definitely.
Coffee. Coffee date.
Absolutely. Well, Chitrangada, if you have to describe yourself as a modern Indian woman of our country, then what are the 3 words that you would want to give yourself?
Traditional. I may look like whatever, but I think I'm a very traditional person. So traditional, independent,
yes,
passionate.
Oh wow. Wonderful. Wonderfully described.
These 3 things, yeah.
Okay, Chitrangada, I'm so happy to see you in the teaser of Gaslight. And I was so glad to see what a different kind of teaser it is. Matlab, nothing is revealed in that, but yet a quirky take the actors are taking on each other. So, ye kiska idea tha?
Oh, completely the Hotstar team, which is actually online right now. So they can take the compliments. It is their creative team that has put together this asset. मुझे भी थोड़ा सा अजीब लगा पहले. I was like, huh, really? But my God, it's really, done the job, and सबको ही बहुत पसंद आया है क्योंकि it's unusual, exactly like the film, क्योंकि film भी काफी unusual है, different है. हम तीनों बहुत अलग हैं, विक्रांत, मैं और सारा. एक बहुत ही like we are, even as individuals हम अलग हैं, even the kind of work we have done is very different. So yeah, तो ये भी मतलब it in keeping with it is different.
And may I ask you, how did Gaslight happen to you?
Yeah, it just happened. Honestly, it just came like that. मेरे जो manager है उनको call आया, I guess from the producers. Tips has produced the film, and उन्होंने मुझे script भेजी. मैंने script पढ़ी, and I remember उस time पे I think COVID कुछ थोड़ा बहुत cases थे, नहीं थे, ऐसा कुछ situation चल रही थी. So a lot of people were not coming to office full time. So हमारी Zoom meeting थी. The first time I met my director was on Zoom, Pawan. and the entire team. I think even the second meeting was on Zoom. It was much later that we actually met in person. So yeah, मतलब I think the first time I read the script, I said बहुत unusual है, और मैंने ऐसी फिल्म या ऐसा किरदार अभी तक नहीं किया है. रुक्मिणी जो कैरेक्टर है मुझसे बहुत अलग है, like very different than who I am. 90% of Rukmini is not me. So yeah, all of that.
Achha, any particular approach that you like follow to get into the skin of your character, or how do you approach your acting stuff?
So usually क्या होता है, आप as an actor try to find as much of yourself in it. तो आसान हो जाता है, सब कुछ करना आसान हो जाता है. It just becomes you, So it's easy. You fly through it. Whereas Rukmini, उसका जो setup था, वो जो character है, जो उसकी complexities हैं, वो काफी अलग है मुझसे. So I have to give a lot of credit to the direction team, Pawan, of course, writing, and एक हमने acting coach के साथ काम किया. उनका नाम है रुपेश. I'm forgetting his full name. But I did like at least 10, 11 sessions with him. Every single line, every single scene को कैसे play करना है, जैसे कि वो बिल्कुल अलग हो मुझसे, like who I am as a person. नहीं तो आप default, reaction होता है जो आप खुद हैं. Usually you end up doing that. So I did a lot of prep. Everybody, I think, worked on it, but everybody worked separately क्योंकि जैसी फिल्म लिखी गई है, जो स्क्रिप्ट में हमारे डायनामिक्स हैं 3 कैरेक्टर्स के. पवन, our director, didn't want that we should be too comfortable with each other. So we didn't really meet so much before the film started. So हमारी सबकी prep अलग हुई थी mostly. And yeah, matlab, I loved working with the acting coach, the whole process that we went through. क्योंकि एक बहुत ही slow reveal plot है. जो पेस है फिल्म की वो बहुत डिफरेंट है, जो अभी तक शायद लोगों ने नहीं देखी होगी. एक बहुत स्लो बिल्डअप ऑफ टेंशन है. सो उसमें एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी वेरी न्यूआंस्ड, योर इमोशनल ग्राफ हैज टू बी रिस्ट्रेन्ड. पवन इज द काइंड ऑफ डायरेक्टर हु लाइक्स कि थोड़ा रिस्ट्रेन्ड परफॉर्मेंसेस होनी चाहिए, न्यूआंस्ड होनी चाहिए. So yeah, I mean, in keeping with all of that, we made a lot of notes so that on set it should just be like that, क्योंकि हम तीनों के ट्रैक्स काफी sort of intermingle करते हैं, overlap करते हैं, सबकी अपनी अपनी complexities चल रही हैं. तो वो बड़ा जरूरी था कि कुछ emotional continuity off नहीं होनी चाहिए. We should maintain that throughout. So that was the other concern. But I loved working on Rukman, the character. Yeah.
Very nice. In fact, विक्रांत और सारा के साथ भी पहली बार I think आपने collaborate किया, कैसे पहले किया था?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I worked with the father, Saif, but yeah, my first time with Sara and first time with Vikrant. So lovely, मतलब बहुत ही मंजे हुए कलाकार हैं दोनों. I think they've done so much work. To be fair, I think विक्रांत ने सबसे ज्यादा काम किया है हम तीनों में से. तो बहुत ही like जो improvisations हैं, जो technicalities वो समझते हैं of camera and setup and things like that. He's very good. So like we spent over a month together. So बहुत chilled out, at the same time, but very focused on work when it comes to work. Performances. So I hope you guys like it. Yeah.
Yeah, going to like it, and we always look forward to what kind of like characters that you are playing. You have like totally changed the image and perception of looking at women by playing such strong characters. If we see your graph, like from Hazaro Khwaishein Aisi to Ye Sali Zindagi, and then to Desi Boys, and then Bob Biswas mein aapne itna acha kirdar kiya. Now coming with Gaslight. So do you think कि अभी हमारे industry में females are getting their due, या कुछ और भी होना चाहिए, या is there anything which is lacking out?
See, there is a change. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि change नहीं है, बहुत बड़ा change है. There are a lot of things about, I mean, there's so many women-centric films. I really liked, I mean, even our film is kind of, I mean, 2 very strong female characters in the film. But I also really liked Kriti's film. I'm forgetting the name.
Mimi?
Sorry? Mimi, correct. Yeah, I mean, that was, I thought, काफी controversial हो सकता है लोगों को, but it is amazing how these kind of characters are accepted and appreciated. People want to see a certain section of the society definitely wants to see strong women characters. देख लिया डांस करते हो, अच्छा हो गया रोमांस, हो गया, you know, all of that is great, okay, but I think beyond that, I think the audiences are ready now to see more complex women characters. Men have already, you know, done it, and they've had the opportunity to have it written for them. But I think when a woman does these kind of complex, interesting, different, gray characters, I think the audiences really find that interesting. It is different. I think they're enjoying that more than the usual, you know, keep a खूबसूरत है, dance करती है,
Yeah.
um, in love, will sacrifice herself and all of that, you know. I think people want to see different shades of Indian woman because, you know, that's interesting. मुझे ऐसा लगता है. Yeah.
So what is Chitranga's driving force when it comes to work?
The satisfaction it gives you. That's
wow.
it. मतलब and it took me a while, like I think I've said this before, कि जब break लिया वो 6-7 साल का, I think that's the time that I realized how much I loved being in front of the camera. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's the one thing, that's the only thing that makes you uh, and what I've realized over time is कि that is the right reason to stay interested. You know, being famous and this and that and being a star and playing this and all that is okay. I mean, that's part of the job, I suppose. You must keep up with that as well. But being in love with the medium is probably the right reason to be here. So then it doesn't become frustrating. It doesn't become, arey yaar, you know, it doesn't. So you maybe produce a film like I tried to. I've written a short film. So yeah, I really enjoy the medium in every way. So I guess that's the reason that keeps me going.
So now may I ask you, like, which one is your favorite medium? You have become a producer also, a writer also.
Acting, always an actor. You begin being an actor, I think you will remain an actor, and you're always greedy to play, you know, good roles and have a good director and a good team. मतलब उससे better, there's nothing you can ask for. But जब वो नहीं होता है, but there's a lot of creative satisfaction I felt even when I did Surma, to produce it, to see it on screen, finally. Huge. And then, you know, like people really liked it. I mean, the music and everything did really well. So huge satisfaction. Yeah.
And there is no end list of the creative talents of Chitrangada, I believe. है ना?
Oh. We live and learn and we explore and we figure out, चलो ये भी कर लेते हैं, ये भी कर लेते हैं. Yeah. Well,
And
maximize it.
you actually think as an actor कि अभी सिनेमा ने पूरी तरह से each and every aspect of Chitrangada को explore किया है या अभी बचा है?
नहीं यार, मैं तो बहुत कम काम किया है. कहाँ काम किया है?
है ना?
Barely done much. I mean, there's so much of, I think, you know, also with time you realize and you understand yourself better. You become a more emotionally intelligent person. So I think now I feel like I can do so much more and I would love to do so much more. Yeah, yeah.
So what change did you realize in yourself when you came in the industry initially from Hazaro Khwaishein Aisi to now, when you are evolved as an actor, as a person, emotionally and practically?
I think, like, I mean, the one change is definitely that now I understand the medium. Earlier, it was just the idea of cinema. You know, you're just like itna enamored by it, and it's, you know, it's all of that. Lekin, to understand the craft, to understand, and I mean, to enjoy it from another, how do you say? You know, it's like, uh, how do I say this? Like when you understand the medium, then you enjoy it more, you enjoy it differently. Instead of chakachon, the idea of you know, the cinema, and it's one thing when you start off, it's great, you know, it really keeps you going, but beyond that, I think it just becomes a far deeper connection that you have with it. You understand human nature better, you understand yourself better. I've started writing a little bit. It's a huge sort of catharsis, I feel, you know, when you write also. And when you write, I think you become a better actor. You understand your director better. You understand the way a film is shot better, you know. Yeah, I think every actor should write, because you understand acting so much better, or your craft so much better, you know, in a film. So yeah, I just like everything about it. Yeah, so I think I'm far more evolved as an actor right now than I was back then. I was too naive back then, too naive. It was like I wasn't acting, I was reacting to everything. So I remember Sudhir actually said, he says, you know, that's the best thing you're probably doing. You're reacting. Don't try to act. That's a good thing. So I was like, really? Really? But I should act. I'm in a movie, I should act. He's like, no, 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 just stick to this. Whatever it is, just stick to this. Like, okay, fine. All
Correct.
right. So
अभी acting is always reacting, है ना?
actually, yeah. But right, I mean, थोड़ी देर के बाद आपको, like, you have to be able to do a slightly higher form of reaction where it is more intelligent and understood and, you know, restrained and all of that. फिर आप धीरे धीरे nuances समझते हो कि how do you be, how are you in love different in every film? How are you jealous different? How are you sad different? How are you excited different? Otherwise, you'll remain the same. So, yeah, slowly you understand all of that.
डेफिनेटली. अच्छा, वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन. मुझे ये पता लगा था कि आप 80s 90s के दौर से काफी इंस्पायर्ड रहती हो, और अभी आपने बोला भी कुछ देर पहले कि आप ट्रेडिशनल भी हो, ओल्ड स्कूल वाली, है ना?
हाँ.
सो there is any movie coming on the like actress based on the actress's life of 80s 70s or 90s, with not 90s, I would say 70s and 80s, then which actress would you love to play on screen?
Oh, damn. Okay. I mean, my obvious answer will be Smita ji, right?
Oh wow.
I mean, I have got that comparison and that compliment I have received.
You look like Smita.
You know, it's very funny. I must share this with you that Prateik, you know, Prateik, Smita ji's son, on Mother's Day, he happened to post a picture of me. And he thought, so it was an extreme close up. It's a black and white shot of me. And he thought it was her. He thought it was his mother. And he posted my picture on Mother's Day and said, Happy Mother's Day.
Oh my God.
So I didn't know this. Somebody sent it to me because I don't follow him on Instagram. And I was like, wow, this is really something, because, I mean, you know, she was his mother. And, but I have to say, us photograph me is very difficult to tell whether it's me or her. So maybe that's why he mistook the picture to be, you know,
yes,
Smita ji. But yeah, so if I had to play, I guess, I mean, it'll be my huge honor to play Smita ji.
Wow, that's wonderful. We would love to see you in Smita ji's avatar.
Thank you. Well, if it happens ever.
And thank you so much, Chitrangada, for giving your precious time to us. It's always lovely talking to you.
Thank you. Yeah, lovely talking to you. Take care.
Take care. Thank
Bye.
you.